We see sunshine over Elisa this morning, and she has a sleeveless top on, Darren.
Yeah, feels great. We're already in the low 70s out there. And before I get into our forecast for where we're going today and for the weekend, I want to take a moment and I want to talk about El Nino with you. And specifically, the question has changed in the conversation from, are we going to have an El Nino this winter? Because we've got one. In fact, we've got one of the strongest ones we've ever seen, and it's already altering weather patterns around the globe. And now the question that I'm getting more often is, hey, when can we expect to see the rains pick up here? Which is a foolish question to really try and answer with any specifics, other than the generalized idea that we can expect, more likely than not, a little more rain this winter than average, maybe a lot more rain this winter than average. But since it is possible to look back at the last two El Ninos that were as strong as this one, and to see when the rain started for those, it's by no means a guarantee that that's what's going to happen, but there's a pattern. And since it's there, how can you not look? So let's take a moment, and I want to show you how the rain came together for us in the last two El Ninos. The first one, 1982 to 1983. We're looking at rainfall for San Francisco. I've got the months of the winter going along the bottom of the screen here, and over here, I've got how much rain fell in inches, and it's progressive, so you can see how the rain fell during the winter. The red line that you see there, that beautiful arcing one that just maintains that shape, is average. And the green line is what the rain actually did in the winter of 82 and 83. And there's a pattern on here, and I want you to take a look right here. Because right after that point, from early January, there was clearly an uptick in the amount of rain that started falling. Look how much farther above average from January 17th in 1982 was going from January, February, March. That's when the rains really picked up in that first El Nino. We can do this again for the other El Nino that was as strong as the one that is building now. And let's go to the next image now. And when we do that, we're going to see the same kind of pattern. Taking a look right here, early January, and then going on from there through the rest of the winter, we were above average from January on. Now, it doesn't mean we didn't get rain in October, November, and December. We did, but it kind of followed the pattern of normal. And then once we got to January, in both El Ninos, the rain picked up. So this is reason to at least come away with a pattern. Not a guarantee that they're all going to behave this way. Let's go to the next image really quickly. And in order for El Nino to still deliver big rains for us from January through March, we still have to have an El Nino. And that's not a given. But looking at the long-range forecast for January through March, there are those warmer than average sea surface temperatures right where we need them, along the equator in the eastern Pacific. So everything's coming together, no guarantees, but just looking at things we have to base this on, there is reason to be hopeful that we will be getting more rain than average. And from at least the historical pattern, which is only two, it showed up by late January and really started ramping up. Okay, here's the near-term forecast, the next 7 days. A lot more reliable on this one. Mid-90s today and tomorrow, and then the cool down finally begins halfway through the weekend. From Sunday's 89, we then keep cooling down, and we're in the low 80s by Tuesday of next week. I will see you with more in a few minutes. Ladies, back to you.
All right, Darren, thank you.